Looks like he's still being a retard. Like stitching no fap. Give me a link. Apparently this was the full video he uploaded, then he deleted it, because, assuming he did something he wasn't supposed to. He does that a lot. Upload shit, then delete it. You'd think if you had to do that so often, you'd realize, like, you should think before you speak or say anything. But, yeah, he's a true dumbass.
That might seem pointless. Testing whether Walmart really has the lowest prices. It's economics 101, right? Economies of scale, bulk purchasing.
The Walmart phenomenon, scale of production, speed of delivery, and all of these things that drive down price.
So I went around to different grocery stores in western Wisconsin. And on the surface, I found what you'd expect. But I got a tip that something else might be going on. So I talked with an independent grocer.
Back in the 90s, I could go toe-to-toe with Walmart's everyday low price. Today, it's not even close.
That's when this went from a curiosity to an investigation. And I found a lawsuit that the federal government filed against one of the largest food companies in the world. It was supposed to stay secret.
As a result of Redacted, Pepsi created a plan, Redacted. The plan advised that Pepsi redacted. The plan included redacted, redacted, redacted.
Inside, evidence that goes against every single economics textbook. Markets are supposed to drive prices down through competition. But what if the biggest player found a way to neutralize the competition without actually lowering their own prices? The case got buried in the swamps of Washington, but the system is still running, and you're paying for it. So how does it work?
My
Hey,
name is
Gig, what's
R.F.
up?
Bowie.
Jessica,
I am
what's
a
up?
fourth generation grocer. We have been around since 1905.
Today, RF operates a chain of independent grocery stores across South Dakota. I met him at the Pine Ridge location, the only full-service grocery store on the Oglala Sioux Indian Reservation. Can you give me an example of an item where you pay more at wholesale than Walmart's able to charge on the shelf?
Pepsi, 12 packs, for instance. My cost is $9, and Walmart's retail is $7.97.
RV donate toilers, would you consider trying DMT or ayahuasca? No. Those two drugs, well, they're technically the same drug, but I've seen way more people get psychedelic drug-induced psychosis from DMT and ayahuasca than from anything else, like weed, mushrooms, LSD. So if I can get like a similar or possibly even more of a benefit from just doing mushrooms, which seems safer, then I'm just gonna stick with mushrooms. Thanks for the donation though, RV.
We drove to the nearest Walmart to check their prices with what RF pays for 20 popular items. Heinz ketchup, Quaker oatmeal, paper towels.
I am fine going toe-to-toe with any grocer challenger. But right now I'm doing it with one arm tied behind my back.
The conventional wisdom is that Walmart's prices are lower because of scale and efficiency.
Well, to be honest, it's almost laughable to me.
Here's why RF is skeptical. Yes, Walmart is massive. They absolutely get volume discounts, but RF should too.
Most independents like myself buy from a wholesaler.
Wholesalers pool orders from hundreds of independent grocers and buy in bulk. And look, Walmart is so big that their volume discounts are still probably better. But should it be this much better?
The 18-ounce Cheerios that we talked about, Walmart sits on the shelf at $4.98, I believe. And our cost is $6.
We went to that Walmart today, and it was actually loaded. They have a markdown on it right now.
Oh, they do?
50-cent rollback. Independent grocers like RF have been trying to figure out why this is happening for years. It doesn't add up. They'd lose money on almost every sale if they matched Walmart's prices. Well, the answer is in these two documents. Documents that were recently unsealed after the government tried to bury them.
The evidence that's in there is explosive. I mean, it was beyond what I was expecting. It is a kind of conspiracy.
That's Stacy Mitchell, co-director of the Institute for Local Self-Reliance. Her organization fought to unseal those documents, and it wasn't supposed to happen. Just days before President Trump took office, under Lena Khan, the Federal Trade Commission filed a complaint against PepsiCo and a major retailer. But when it was made public, here's what we got.
Pepsi believed that redacted. Pepsi characterized redacted. As a result of redacted, Pepsi created a plan, redacted. The plan advised that Pepsi redacted. The plan included redacted, redacted, redacted.
Yeah.
For example, redacted, redacted.
Nothing, just black boxes. Now, redaction is normal in cases like this. At first, there's a process to decide what goes public. The FTC argues for transparency, a company argues for secrecy. A judge decides.
What typically happens in antitrust cases is that almost everything is unsealed.
But one day before Pepsi had to defend those redactions in open court, the Trump administration made a decision.
The Federal Trade Commission moving to drop a case against PepsiCo.
It was convenient timing.
It's just going to apparently remain blacked out forever.
Enter Catherine Van Dyke, a former legal advisor to the FTC.
This complaint didn't come out of thin air. It was
Two donate chillers. Cuck Starmer might resign soon. Everyone turning against him. Look at these clips when I have time to speed timestamped.
Okay. A child at a primary school.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's just so typical UK. Child at a primary school branded a racist for refusing to take part in Ramadan.
Was branded a racist for refusing to take part in Ramadan. The child said, "Why do we have to do that? I'm not doing that. Do I have to? If I don't, will you make me?" The school responded, "This will be added to your child's behavior record and the school's log of racist incidents. Children are indoctrinated. If you refuse, you will be punished." Islamization of the UK.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like from a top-down federal fucking level, they're trying to indoctrinate kids into this like fucking pro-immigration, pro-Muslim, like cultural enrichment cult. Cassidy Campbell is live right now. He seems somewhat reasonable. He's not. The dude's just fucking crazy.
How come you wouldn't pay more than $50 to get your mom back from abductors who you believed would genuinely kill her if you don't pay? You said you wouldn't pay $1,000 if that were the ransom. But you would pay $500K for Gummy. Why? Do you hate your mum?
No, I just love Gummy more. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
Continues. Notice of a racist incident. I am writing to inform you of a racist incident because a kid said, "Why do I need to care about Ramadan?" It's a racist incident? What? Severus Judd, we literally have Palpatine as the prime minister. Quote tweeting, open source intel, 10 Downing Street threatens to sack all cabinet ministers unless they tweet out their support of UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer by the end of the day. A Scottish Labour source tells Channel 4 News. So now they're threatening to fire people that do not tweet out support of Keir Starmer. Britain has broken, says breaking. Keir Starmer has gone full dictator mode. Number 10 Downing Street has threatened to fire cabinet ministers unless they tweet out their support for him by the end of the day. This is Becky. Starmer, everyone hates you. This is just him walking down the street. Everyone's just shouting at him. Shame on you. Wow.
This is what's going to happen in Canada, by the way. If the Liberals keep doing what they're doing and stay in power, it's the same thing that's happening in Canada has been happening in the UK for way, way longer. And they keep doing this like weird, shady shit to enrich a select few corporations and just increase like land costs to artificially inflate their GDP numbers. And they keep kicking
Nigga,
the
that
can down the
doesn't
road.
answer my question. You've bought video games that cost more than the amount you'd be willing to pay to get your mom back and not murdered. I perceive that as you don't give a shit about your mom. Explain, please.
Okay, well, maybe if it's a few $100, I'd do it. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
A lot of people love this guy. Look at Rob Boyd. For no other reason than it's hilarious, here's Keir Starmer being thrown out of a pub in Bath by the landlord again. You're not allowed in my pub. No. You're not allowed in my pub.
And they're trying to like oh my god, this is great.
He's getting manhandled by security, by the way. This guy owns the place.
Dude, I hope this guy sues. That's crazy.
That man, that's assault. I'm not bothering you. I'm not bothering him. That man is not allowed in my pub. Get out of my pub.
He has every right to refuse service.
Go on. Get out of my pub.
Wow. Bye-bye.
Dude, it's great how much they hate him. Oh, that's some funny shit.
Masks? Breaking. J.K. Rowling calls for Keir Starmer to resign. Literally nobody likes him. He is the worst prime minister in history. It's time to go. J.K. Rowling on board now.
Let's see. Promotes ridiculous amounts of immigration, made everyone more poor, more terror attacks. Everything's more expensive. The indoctrination that everybody's fucking going through. There's one other thing that I was gonna. Oh yeah, free speech is like completely fucking eroded. Like, dude, it just everything you can fucking think of. This guy's just a piece of shit.
Not supporting Keir Starmer or whatever, but this jackoff watching is just reading random tweets with no sources saying Keir Starmer is gonna fire cabinet members who don't tweet support by end of the day is obviously Russian propaganda. Half this is fake.
Maybe, knowing how the UK works, they probably weren't threatened to be fired. But it wouldn't surprise me if they were pressured in some way. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
To 5650 and watch from there. It gets good, just be patient. If you want to fast forward, go to 102 and watch from there.
All right, I guess we can do that. Paul Zigo is a retard. I'll watch that in a bit. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Add Keir Starmer's newfound concern for victims of Peter Mendelssohn's bestie to his backflip.
Oh yeah, he also didn't do anything like the children that were getting raped by the Muslim rape gangs. Basically just tried to cover that up over and over again.
Whether women can have penises and his U-turn on the Rotherham grooming gangs inquiry. Starmer is indifferent to harm done to girls and women.
You're a useless son, TBH. If I was your mom, I'd disown you. I don't even know why she bothers spending time with you at this point. By the way, don't you think your mom would pay you back if you had to spend $5,000 on her release? Degenerate.
Yeah, maybe she'd pay me back. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
Women, unless it threatens his career. And it gets even crazier. Piers Morgan, confirmed. Labour leader in Scotland calls for Starmer to go. Huge, surely terminal moment for the Prime Minister. It's Laura Kunzberg. Sarwar, this isn't easy, but my first loyalty is to Scotland. A distraction needs to end, and the leadership in Downing Street has to change. Visegrad, Starmer faces possible resignation amid a major Mendelssohn scandal. A fierce backlash has erupted over the appointment of Peter Mendelssohn, an ambassador to the United States. Despite his past links to Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein files also allege that Mendelssohn shared confidential information about market conditions with a financier. Morgan McSweeney, which, by the way, it always comes back to money and backroom deals. Morgan McSweeney, Starmer's chief of staff, has already resigned, saying he takes full responsibility for advising the appointment. Yikes. According to one source, the chances that Starmer remains in office for another week are 50-50. Wow, it's a week. Ministers may privately demand Starmer's resignation or threaten to quit themselves if he refuses, sources told the outlet. Starmer is also...
Yeah, fuck your Starmer. The UK is just cooked either way, though.
Why were you so rude to vegan veins? I dislike logical inconsistency. When a person is explaining their worldview to me, and there's a glaring inconsistency in that worldview, it makes me feel like I'm wasting my time talking to that person, and it makes me feel like I'm playing somebody who's gamified having an opinion.
So he was not able to point out any inconsistency with me supporting Zionism and being vegan. Secondly, this is the same guy who said he continues to, like, pay for cows to get tortured and murdered because he likes the taste of cheese. Like, that's the equivalent of me saying, well, I support Zionism because Israel makes the best hummus, and I just want to keep eating their hummus. Sego donated $2. How do you feel that you scammed me of my sit-ups? Donated $30, feed to nothing. Somalian Indian for sure scam. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll do 30 later. React to this. I compiled this for you. Be the judge. Did he copy Frank's scam sit-up?
Paul Saladino is a carnivore doctor. He claims to be the leading authority on the carnivore diet. That doesn't make much sense, considering he...
Dude, I'm not watching this whole fucking thing. We've already seen all these videos. Like, I've reacted to on stream. I've talked about, like, I've even mentioned some of the shit in the videos. Paul is not copying Frank on anything. None of Frank's ideas are remotely original. There have been crazy people who've been afraid of cell phone radiation since the fucking 1980s. What, the carnivore diet thing? He didn't even invent the carnivore diet. There was other people way before him, like that dumbass who basically killed himself in Thailand from, like, falling over a railing. Sojourner Vonderplants. Like, none of his ideas are in any way original, and you can find tons of that shit on stupid-ass internet forums. So, no, Paul didn't copy Frank in any way. Thanks for the donation, Sego.
No VG, it's just completely made up. That's why I don't like vids like this that just read stupid tweets, because 90% of them are entirely made up and are literally propaganda generated from the Kremlin.
Yeah, like, again, considering that would be illegal, I don't think he'd do that, at least not so blatantly. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Opinion?
Like, he probably,
rather than
it's probably
somebody who
something
actually
different,
has an opinion, right? So with Vegan Gains, we spent like the first hour talking about veganism and ethics when it comes to animals. And then the second hour or so, we spent talking about how demonstrating a lack of ethics with humans in the case of Israel and its insane oppression of the Palestinian people. He couldn't draw a line. So the guy was absolutely over the moon.
What the fuck is he talking about? All of this nonsense about Palestinians being oppressed, like, again, it's just pure retardation.
To save chickens, but not children, right? There was a political motive that made him excuse children being blown to bits, hospitals being bombed, schools being bombed, right? All of that was okay in his mind. Because
what is especially retarded about this line of reasoning is animals would be bombed too. Palestinians have pets. They have animals. There's cats and dogs and rabbits and, like, sheep and goats and shit that live in Gaza. So if I was ideologically motivated to be okay with Palestinian children dying, because, like, he hasn't even been able to identify a reason. Like, I guess he's assuming Islamophobia or something. And the only reason I'm okay with that is because, oh, well, they're not animals, and I have, like, some double standard. There's animals in fucking Gaza that have gotten blown to fucking bits, so what the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? Like, it's just so odd. Like, the whole fucking premise here is just nonsense. Even if you, like, agree with the other, like, stupid things he's saying, like, oh, Palestinians are oppressed, there's no reason for kids to die. The idea that I'd be okay with, you know, I'd be okay with, you know, the Israeli invasion and war with Gaza or Hamas, but I wouldn't be okay with, like, chickens being killed just because, like, I care about chickens, I don't care about people, something like that. Animals are dying in Gaza, you fucking idiot.
Because he had a gamified political agenda that superseded his ethics, right? He wanted...
Like, by the way, you don't have a political agenda? You don't have some sort of political bias? Like, again, this is the same guy who wouldn't even let me formulate my argument and just started screaming like a fucking child. And then he's saying this shit.
Wanted to get a win over here, arguing for brutality, basically. And also get a win over here, arguing for clemency for chickens, right?
Are you into jazz, the music genre? I can't stand jazz. It's for black people. Like you. Jazz is for black men. Jazz is for Richard. Jazz sounds annoying. It's like a useless, nagging, annoying female who just sits in her room and plays video games all day.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks for the donation, dude.
In his defense, he doesn't need you to defend him. And he explained himself just fine. Stop defending somebody else and start doing yourself. He's not an avatar for your performance against me. If you would like to test that out and actually provide some defense for those ideas, I'd be more than happy to meet you. And we can do that. Discord.gg/PaulZigo if you'd rather do it off the record. Or if you want to do it on the record, you can meet me in there and I'll pull you into my private room and we'll have a chit chat about it. He doesn't need a defender. This is what I'm talking about when I say gamifying a political opinion. Gamifying. Okay, sure, let's do it. All right.
This sounds like a whole lot of cope for being an overly emotional, propagandized bitch, and then not being able to tolerate when somebody has an argument that defeats your political opinion.
And specking of pre-pale stone nonsense.
The only wars we won were ones we were the most brutal mother on the planet, which I don't disagree with what Israel's doing. It's like, they should just go in there and be like, you know what? We want our hostages back. If we don't have them back, clock starts now. In 24 hours, we're going to start bombing mother and killing civilians, 30, 40,000 a time. So you civilians better.
What do you mean a time?
Get these mother and you go against Hamas. You go against them.
Last week, musician Kid Rock joined the Joe Rogan Experience and went on a pretty disgusting rant about.
Yeah, and these are the same people defending the Iranian regime, massacring about 50,000 civilians. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Someone in chat, who's 21st? Mr. Robert Rue, someone who makes the streams better. Absolutely based. One of my favorite comments on your stream of all time.
Alright, thanks for the donation, 21st. Dodo Nutella, it's truly amazing how far AI video and image generations has come in literally 3 years.
Will Smith eating spaghetti is the official benchmark of AI. 2020.
Yeah. Whatever. I also don't meet any of these. Oh, I think that's real, that's fake. That's fake, that's real. Some of this is hard. I think that's fake, this is real. Real, fake. Real, fake. That one's obviously fake. It's a little harder. I think that's real, that's fake. I think that's real, that's fake. All right. Green matcha ocean. Definitely don't want an ice cube ocean. That'd be cold. Olive oil? I don't know about that one. A little too slimy. Roman candy? Yeah, Roman candy is... Could go with a Roman candy. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Iran is based STFU vegan fag.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Appreciate the donation.
Want to see a really amazing AI video?
That's great. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Go ahead and...
Dodo donated $2. I think I'd choose number 1. Portals to anywhere, but they never go away. That would be a problem. Total elemental control, but it takes 50 years to master. If we're assuming I'd have started when I was like a child, I think I'd probably go with that. Telekinesis 500 pounds max. I think I might choose the telekinesis, because then you could probably kill people easy. Just crush their throat. Nobody would know. Yeah, I'd go with the telekinesis. I don't know what that is.
这些物质很常见，这些物质很难洗，又是属于一些异物比较常见的网络字。卖小笼包，母鱼放心用。我在这款成分更加安全的同时，有效除菌可以高达99.1%。所以奶茶、咖啡、水果制的，或者一些之内能够快速吸收、快速发现，能够做到是无缝时间后。
I divorced my wife because she refused to peg me every day. Now I bought a fuck machine with 7 feet long horse dildo and now I get to peg myself every day. It's really great. If you ever near I can let you try it, truly one of best things in life.
Thanks, but no thanks. Appreciate the donation, Dodo. That's fucking crazy. I'm just, like, standing, moving around. Guess it's a bit easier for the actor. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Go to discord.gg/PaulsEgo. Let me know when you're there, and I will move this downstairs, and we'll have a little chit chat. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Forever chemicals, etc. Also quite fun. Oh no, not forever chemicals. Yep, no worries, no rush. But well, there is a little bit of a rush. I've empty talk, and then you can leave the server after that if you bother. Onion egg down there, Randy. Take my phone. You want to talk about the vegan gains conversation? You were defending vegan gains and saying that he needed, you know, I invited you to come and have that chat here, but, you know, whatever is going on is going to have to be up to you, friend. Bro. In 5-minute warning. Like, it's a 1 minute.
I wonder what it would be like to have a pet jaguar like in that AI video. VG.
Probably pretty hard. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Or you banned for wasting my fucking time and energy and being a fucking pussy. It's already counted. He's got like 30 seconds now, Merrick. No, dude. It's 2025. It takes like 5 seconds to log into an app. 8. Actually need a little bit more time. Person. Something.
That was not worth watching.
Was the result of a years-long investigation. There is a First Amendment right to access court documents.
Alongside Stacy's organization, Catherine petitioned a court to unseal the document.
Pepsi had to prove to the court that they should remain unavailable to the public.
They didn't. So here's what was under those black boxes.
Why would it be hard, VG?
Think they eat and poop a lot, and they might also get very rambunctious and aggressive. So just kind of a high-maintenance pet. It would be nice to cuddle with a big jaguar, though. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
According to the complaint, the big retailer, Walmart, Pepsi set up a sophisticated surveillance system.
Pepsi monitored the retail sales of all of Walmart's competitors across the United States. And it monitored those sales for 2 things.
Dodo don't need $2. Let me see. Wow. This is actually insane.
Did you hear about how this started in 2005? I think this is
no,
accurate.
but I'm glad
What?
you're saying that because I'm.
This is crazy.
2 girls fighting.
So it started between a fight between 2 teenage girls at Royal Palm Beach High School in Florida. Here are the details of how the event triggered the investigation. Early 2005, 2 girls at Royal Palm Beach High School got into a fight during which one girl repeatedly called the other girl a prostitute or hooker. Following the fight, school administrations and parents investigated, searching one of the girl's purses and finding $300 in cash. The confession. The student initially claimed the money was from working at a fast food restaurant, but later revealed she had been paid for massages by a wealthy man, later identified as Jeffrey Epstein. This revelation led to a police investigation in March of 2005 when the stepmother of one of the girls reported the molestation to the Palm Beach police. Wow.
Wow, that's in 2005.
That was the first arrest.
And now listen to this. It says they identify the Royal Palm Beach High was identified as a focal point for recruitment, where, according to investigations, at least 15 students were lured into Epstein's Palm Beach home. Holy shit!
That's so crazy.
Now
That's
imagine
in
if
2005.
Imagine if those girls didn't get in that fight. Imagine if that did.
I don't know if that's entirely true, but that is crazy. Why is the cat doing that? Wonder if he just likes the way his paws slide over the glass. That's weird. Oh yeah, I saw this. That's a really good lawn potato. She's gonna meow. Oh, that's such a nice meow. Mr. Kitters. Why is it being weird? Wow. It's like he's saying things. Venezuela shipping its first crude cargo to Israel since 2020. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is Hassan. I was like, yeah, I love how people are still leaving this. Yeah, he zaps his dog. How could Israel do this? I love how people are still... Bro. Oh my god. Just Hassan is such a fucktard. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
I bet if you owned a pet jaguar, you would feed it vegan cat food, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I could also feed it the dead bodies of my mortal enemies, you know, from time to time. But yeah, I'd feed it vegan cat food. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
You just don't get Stamer. He's a good guy at heart. He just not that good at communicating, but he did a lot of great things, one of my favorite prime ministers. His incest position was very appreciated and he should uphold more laws like that.
No. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
I like koalas.
I also like koalas. I think I like kangaroos more though. If I had to rank koalas and kangaroos, kangaroos definitely beat up koalas. Thanks for the donation, Speed Racer.
The first, leakage.
Which was simply customers going to a store other than Walmart to buy Pepsi.
The second, price gaps. The gap between Walmart's prices and competitors.
Pepsi's goal was to make sure that the price gap between Walmart and its competitors never went below a certain level. And to ensure...
Dodo donated $2. Let me see. Wow. Japan does not fuck around when it comes to immigration. Holy shit. Controversy over Epstein emails. Thomas Massey claims the redacted recipient in a newly discussed Jeffrey email. referencing a torture video with Sultan Ahmed bin Sayyum, a prominent business executive from the UAE. Thomas Macy actually saw the unredacted version, right? Dude, like, this is one of the worst cover-ups I've ever fucking seen. Like, you know, at least with the JFK thing, if there was any kind of cover-up, you know, it's like it's a couple adults that got murdered, you know, like, with this, it's like you're talking about probably in the thousands of Jeffrey Epstein victims. And like, these are kids that were abused, tortured, and possibly murdered. So like, it's just so much worse. And it's so obvious, and like the redactions are like clearly to protect people. I really hope all of this does end up coming to see the light of day and these people are just put away. ABC News just admitted President Trump is the hero who blew the whistle on Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who Trump called evil. Isn't that not what actually happened?
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein.
As far as I understand, he didn't call police. The FBI contacted him, and he called the Jeffrey Epstein evil.
Epstein, among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month, is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael.
I'm pretty sure they're lying about this. The FBI contacted him.
Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club and he was...
And he didn't throw him out of the club.
Around Epstein.
Dude, Fox News is like trash. Is that Fox News, or is this... Was that just some bullshit somebody uploaded to Twitter? Sounded like Fox News to me. Oh, Jesus. What a fucking dumb bitch. I hate that fat... Like, what a dipshit kid. The fuck is this? What? What is this? I'm very confused. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Rank these Linkin Park songs best to worst. In the end, Numb, Somewhere I Belong, What I've Done.
In the end, I think Numb, What I've Done, or sorry, Somewhere Where I Belong, What I've Done. I think that order. Thanks for the donation, Speed Racer. Dodo donated $2. Oh my god. I'm leaning towards this. Actually, yeah, time freeze. Yeah, I would choose the time freeze. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not great. I think I'd go with time manipulation. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Oh wait, there's more. There's always more.
It's a shame. Koalas are such a worthless species ecologically speaking. The only good thing about them is that they're cute.
Yeah, that's what's important though. I hate that guy. I want to punch him in the face. Not watching any of that dumb bitch's fucking videos. The last option there is beta and cucked. That'd be pretty worthwhile. That'd be pretty worthwhile too. Weakness, love, oh my god. I'd either go with the flying while holding breath, depending on how fast you can fly, or laser beam eyes. Like, you can only float slowly, then, you know. If you can fly really fast, like Superman, then sure. There's, like, no technical limit. Like, if you could fly at Mach speed while holding your breath, totally worth it.
That Walmart always had the lowest price.
And when this system found one grocery chain beating Walmart's prices, Walmart didn't lower their prices to compete. Instead, Pepsi sprang into action.
Pepsi detects that Food Lion is actually selling its beverages for less than Walmart. And in their internal documents, they describe Food Lion as the, quote, worst offender for selling Pepsi products for less.
Food Lion is a regional supermarket chain with nearly 1,000 stores across the Southeast. According to the complaint, Pepsi developed a multi-year plan to force Food Lion to raise its prices. First, cut Food Lion's promotional money, the discounts that let them run sales. Second, raise Food Lion's wholesale cost.
This is Pepsi taking deliberate steps to force Food Lion to raise its prices.
Yeah, dude, this is illegal. Totally violates antitrust. Yes, I hit multiple PRs in that workout.
Why would Pepsi do this? We can only guess. But Walmart is their biggest customer, by far.
Pepsi has told the SEC in its 10K that losing Walmart as a customer would have a materially adverse effect on Pepsi's business because it accounts for such a large percentage of Pepsi's sales.
That's true for most companies.
It's hard to imagine that Pepsi is the only major supplier that Walmart has this arrangement with.
Walmart does almost always have the lowest price because it is involved in these sorts of schemes. But in reality, all that's doing is setting a price floor. It's not lowering prices for consumers.
Which could help explain why prices aren't going down. They're just stuck at the price floor. It's a Walmart tax on the country.
The more special deals that Walmart gets, the more that other retailers have to pay. The shoppers going to those other stores say, I can't afford this. They move to Walmart. Walmart's power grows. This one company captures 1 out of every $4 that Americans spend on groceries. And there are over 60 metro areas where Walmart captures half or more of all grocery spending.
I can't believe that that is happening. I just can't. I know it, but it's just hard to imagine that this is the country we're living in.
Now, if you're wondering, how can this be legal? It's not. There's a law designed to stop these kind of schemes. It's called the Robinson-Patman Act.
It makes it illegal for a retailer to go to a supplier and say, you're going to give us special favors, special prices, and you're going to charge our smaller competitors down the street higher prices.
So Why is this happening? Because in the 1980s, the federal government stopped enforcing it.
There was this idea that allowing bigger retailers to use their leverage over suppliers would result in lower prices for consumers. And today we're
This is fake news. You can never have enough Pepsi. I drink at least 30 Pepsis a day and I make Pepsi poopsicles to such on. I cannot gain weight. That's another myth that many people don't know about. Just relax, take a breath and drink Pepsi.
When I was a kid, I used to prefer the taste of Pepsi over Coke. Now it's the opposite. I prefer the taste of Coke over Pepsi. Also, I always got a very exhilarating thrill whenever I was about to pee my pants at school. Dodo don't need chillers, keep audio on, I don't care, you don't like the music. Oh, yeah, he's gonna back up. Yeah, it happens. I don't know why I had to keep the music on. There's no way there's 0 or S. That does look really strange. Really strange. There's no audio, and it seems like specific video isn't part of the official DOG. Unverified clip. Yeah, since there's no audio, I imagine it's just AI. He is wrong.
China is a manufacturing powerhouse next level. If you take like refining of ore, I'd say roughly China does twice as much ore refining on average as the rest of the world combined. Like we actually do rare earth ore.
That's not true.
Mining in the US. Send the rock, we put it on a train, and then put it on a boat to China that goes on another train and goes to the rare earth refiners in China, who then refine it, put it into a magnet, put it into a motor sub-assembly, and then send it back to America. So the thing, we're really missing a lot of ore refining in America.
But isn't this worth a policy intervention?
Yes. Well, I think there are some things being done on that front. We kind of need optimists, frankly, to build ore refineries. We definitely can't win with just humans because China has 4 times our population. And frankly, America's been winning for so long that we, just like a pro sports team that's been winning for a very
like they have a tenth the GDP. It's just, why does this matter?
very long time, tend to get
Tenth the GDP per capita.
complacent and entitled. And that's why they stop winning, right? Because it's, don't work as hard anymore. So I think, frankly, just the average work ethic in China is higher than in the US. So it's not just that there's 4 times the population, but the amount of work that people put in is higher. So we can't win on the human front, but we might have.
What does he mean by winning? China is so much more poor. Person is being detained in connection with the abduction of Nancy Guthrie. All right, well, maybe we'll find someone out soon. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Going Android, only $2. Yesterday, I misspoke. It wasn't over 90 gallons. It was...
New details continue to emerge from the sprawling Jeffrey Epstein files released by the U.S. Department of Justice.
And this time, it's a shocking one. One of the most awful details revealed in the latest release is that in 2018, the disgraceful financier Jeffrey Epstein purchased 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. Now one might think, how is that important? Hold your breath, we're coming to that. While the documents confirm the purchase, the intended use of this corrosive chemical, however, remains unknown. Social media and international press outlets have speculated wildly, with some suggesting that the acid was used to destroy evidence, though no forensic proof have supported these claims yet. The records, which are a part of millions of pages released under the Epstein Files Transparency Act of 2025,
it's a lot of sulfuric acid. Thanks for the donation going, Andrew. Do you still live with your parents? Why are you only paying $500 for rent? I'm paying about $2,200 per month for rent. The $500 is just a daily stream goal. Congratulations, you're banned. Dodo Donatello's, what IQ score does Hillbilly need to have to believe this Russian propaganda that doesn't make any sense? I don't know, dude. Notice it's a female cop.
Give me that taser now! No. Esto me come
Yeah. All the time. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Do you love birds? You and ask yourself, use condoms on each other's buttholes? If not, does he like it when you go in raw and dry? Like, does he dehydrate his body beforehand so that when you stick your dick in his ass, it's a rougher experience for him?
It's a little too private for me to share. Thanks for the donation, dude.
By evidence that that was a complete mistake.
And now we're living with the results. A grocery market where businesses that try to lower prices are being stopped by their biggest competitor. We reached out to Walmart. No response. We reached out to Pepsi. They did respond. Basically, this complaint had no merit, and the new FTC agrees with us. They voluntarily dismissed it. We then reached out to the FTC because Pepsi is kind of just restating what the FTC said. More Perfect Union never heard back. But America did hear from the president.
Prices are coming down very substantially on groceries and things. They're already at a much lower level than they were with the last administration.
Here's grocery price inflation since this case was filed. The Trump administration killed a case that had a real mechanism for bringing prices down. Don't take my word for it. 6 Republican senators just sent a letter asking Trump's FTC to enforce the law his administration just refused to enforce.
Donate $2. Let me see. That's real. That's real. I've seen that video before. That's fake. That's real. You know, when I first saw this video, I couldn't see the knife, and I thought he was literally slicing the meat with his big toe. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's real. Okay, I'm kind of done with these. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
My favorite birds are eagles, even though they are carnivores.
Well, that's nice. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
When President Trump was sworn in, he used his power under the FTC Act to appoint Andrew Ferguson as chair. Then, a few months later, he fired the 2 Democratic commissioners without cause.
The FTC is supposed to have 5 commissioners. Trump hasn't replaced either Democratic commissioner or one Republican who left. So it's down to 2.
When we don't have a full body, this is what happens.
Back in South Dakota, RF and consumers are living with what happened.
You know, I eat, sleep, and breathe this business. Having to give up on your employees, your team, having to give up to your community, I often relate it back to like going through a divorce.
Like a lot of independent grocers, RF recently closed stores, unable to compete on price.
I would like to think that if the Robinson-Patman Act was being enforced, that those store closures would have probably been different.
If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And if you're a researcher interested in similar topics, please reach out. You can email us at investigations@.
Frank Dumfano.
Some of you may know Paul Saladino as a nutrition influencer, but this man is pure evil and has destroyed my life over these past 6 years. He got my business in New York shut down. He got me kicked out of my lifelong childhood home. I lived with my parents since I was almost 30. He literally got me kicked out of my house. And he continues to target and harass me through this corrupt court system for these past 5 years. And one of the most selfish and degrading things he might have done is attempting to steal $30,000 from blind and disabled individuals. So I took out a line of credit to donate money to blind and
So you'll notice he's making a very specific claim there of theft. Oh wait, that's not Frank's channel.
disabled people. And less than a week later, his lawyer wrote a letter to the court explaining, oh, Frank has enough money to donate to blind and disabled people, so it should actually go to Paul. It's Paul's money, which is absolute insanity considering the case.
So apparently, if you're going to court and you owe somebody money, you can just donate to a charity rather than paying the person you owe back.
Hasn't even been decided yet. Matt, like, what is wrong with it?
Like, by the way, imagine if every fucking person Frank ever sued did that, like that meat packing or delivery company, Always Forwarding. He was, I think he was asking for like $500,000 at least in that lawsuit. What if Always Forwarding just donated $500,000 to a children's charity and then said, oh, well, does Frank want that money? I guess he'd be stealing it from children who are dying. Like, he'd never accept that.
In this guy's head, that he thinks that's an okay thing to do. Seeing someone trying to help people, something that he has never done in his life, and then going to say, oh, that's my money. You can tell there's something wrong in this guy's head. And you could kind of tell by looking at him. He's a pure, evil, sociopath, psychopath, whatever you want to call it. And the whole reason this started was because I noticed him doing the same thing after me. You know, I would make a podcast, he'd make a podcast. But I can't talk about that because the judge said I can't. So as soon as I called him out on it, he filed a lawsuit against me to shut me up. And that's what these evil secret society lunatics.
Fudge as mungold man badge as mungold bridge as mungold ridge as mungold ledge as mungold hedge as mungold wedge as mungold sledge as mungold judge as mungold nudge as mungold budge as mungold grudge as mungold smudge as mungold drudge as mungold edge as mungold.
Oh. All right. I'm high. Thanks for that.
Lunatics do. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and once they get you in the court system, you're not going to win. Because they don't care how obvious it is. I was never served this lawsuit. They took financial documents from other businesses, the absolute insane, craziest stuff. His lawyer committed fraud, perjury, lied, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This judge overlooked stuff like that a child could read. A child would do a better job of judging right and wrong.
Oh, it must be nice to live in Costa Rica and surf every day. It's like not long ago, I was completely broke.
Paul Saladino has spent over 6 figures harassing me in court and trying to ruin my life. So when was he broke? To my understanding, this guy comes from a lot of money and a lot of connections because he has nightmares every single day about people finding out what he did to me. Because if every person knew what Paul Saladino did to me,
Frank called Paul Saladino a pedophile and said he was raping children. And then Paul sued him over that, and Frank has lost the lawsuit. So that's what Paul did to Frank, apparently.
he would be regarded as one of the most evil influencers to ever exist.
I found the one that works the best. Sledge as Mungold, 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 sledge as Mungold.
All right, that's great.
Is actually hot and very manly, you just don't understand. Pepsi cheers.
How you doing, sir? Good, you? Good. My name's I'm the casino manager. We're going to finish this time. We're going to cash you out. We no longer want your business. That'll split up.
At least we get to have some fun on the last one.
There you go.
One more 10. Look at that. Thank you. Have a good night. Good luck with the baby.
So we are going to be trespassing you, so I suggest that you cash anything out that you have with you. You'll be trespassed from anything like Caesars owns. Any other company, obviously, we have no control over. Excellent. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, go escort you out. Thank you.
Do you have a room here at Caesar Palace? Okay. I'm going to ask you to depart property. Just so you know, per management, they're asking you to trespass you, just ask you not to come back.
Yeah.
I am to ask you for your passport. You do not have to give it to me.
Verbal trespass.
No problem with me. If you'll please depart the front door.
Because they were winning?
This shit crazy. What the hell going on? Let me see if I can help you out, man. This shit crazy. We got the police out here and everything. Man. It's in 4 low. Now we coming out, right? Know how to get this bitch out, y'all. L4H. Don't cut this on. You got the track.
Your chicken's looking nice, pal. Hey,
woo! Yo, he stole my chicken!
Got a crispy treasure, can't slow me down. Hot and golden, I'm out of this town. Move, move, Friday victory.
Well, get back here. Evening, sir. Step away from the car, please.
Oh, hi there.
Just giving this old boxcar a little bit of love. A little mountain, some happy trees, nothing to worry about.
I get that, but you can't be painting on railroad property. Set the brush down.
Hawking at the top, wins perfectly still. Here he goes. Rolling, smooth out of the gate. Great speed! Launch! Huge off the table! He's flying! Look at the distance meter, it's still climbing! 140.
Evening, sir. You know why I stopped you?
I was not speeding.
40 and a 25. License and registration, please.
This is ridiculous.
Sir, hang on. You look like...
Stand by. I know who this guy
Don't even
is.
think. Hey, stop, stop.
Evening, fellas. Mind keeping your hands where I can see them?
Ain't no problem, officer. We just cooling. Yeah, we good out here.
What's up? Something wrong? Just a routine check. Need to see some IDs.
I got you.
Same here. One sec.
Here you go.
Appreciate
Brak gotika cię dobija.
Chyba tak.
Nikt o tym nie mówi, ale nie musisz marnować pieniędzy, żeby sobie pograć.
Inni nie powinni wiedzieć.
Uwaga! To nie jest zwykła gra.
Czyżbyś się bał?
Będziesz musiał grać z pięknymi mężczyznami, gdy cię tylko o to poproszą.
Chodź ze mną.
Twoje konto zostanie zbanowane, jeśli odrzucisz propozycję.
Wypierdalaj!
Zagraj w darmowy stymulator i zobacz, dlaczego zwykłe gry wymierają.
Zrzucajcie go!
Bez kart kredytowych, bez ściemy.
That didn't make any sense.
I can't even tell you the truth because all that money he spent was to ensure that a judge silenced me. A judge has issued an illegal gag order violating my freedom of speech, so I can't even tell you what this man did to me and how he ruined my life. This guy is pure evil, and
wouldn't that be the judge's fault, not Paul's fault?
the fact that he sits in a $5 million house in Costa Rica while I'm in a shack with literally no roof over my head is a testament to how evil these people are and what they have done to me.
Frank is like a spoiled 7-year-old.
Jordanian right era.
No. No, we ain't doing any of that.
You look fat, go do 50 in a row, fatty, oink oink.
Later. Don't think I'm fat. Not shredded right now, but I'm not fat. Just nice and thick. Big, strong, thick boy right here. Think if I was actually fat, everybody'd be calling me fat. My tummy is far too full to do sit-ups. I'm also like so high right now, I don't think it'd be safe. Go to the bench PR? Oh yeah.
How would you describe Penguin Zero to someone who's never watched him?
Basically, he's not funny. He sounds like he has a fake voice. Makes jokes that do not land, and basically has the mental capacity of an 8-year-old and the entitlement of a spoiled 8-year-old girl. And he wants people to think he's a good person, but rather than, like, you know, actually doing things good people would do, he just, like, talks about videos on the internet where he shares an opinion that he thinks a good person would have so that people think he's good. But in reality, he violates the ethical principles he claims to be espousing. That would be my description of Penguin Zero. Thanks for the donation, Speed Racer. So this was 225 for 8, which is a PR. Rep PR. Best I did when I was natty was 315 for 9. Unfortunately, I owied my elbow. Elbow has received owie. Happened on the second set. But the owie on my elbow hurts a fair bit. I don't like having this owie. I might start doing growth hormone starting tonight.
Nice.
It's to help recover from it faster. Dodo Donatello, is this supposed to be an own or something? I don't get it. So these will be wealthier countries that no longer face resource shortages? Did they not realize how stupid this would look? Especially Cuba. Like, what the fuck? My God. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Alright, so Larry Wheels, the cuckening continues. Dude, the guy, this shit, like, this guy's wife says the darndest things. And he thought it was a good idea to marry her. This is a fucking gold-digging whore.
Ask me, would I start a relationship with you from the beginning?
Dodo Nightellers, wow, I predicted it earlier. Humanitarian aid convoy travel to Cuba. Oh my God. Is there like a US warship around there that'll blow them up? Please. Please, Donald Trump. Send ICE to arrest these people. The chances of ICE killing someone, if ICE is involved in something like that, please, please send ICE.
Related to the person that we now have video of outside Nancy Guthrie's door. Are those the same people, the person at the door and the person writing the note?
It's the, well, I can't say that that's the person who wrote the note. They haven't told me that. But
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy to connect the dots that the person there, you know, who is completely covered up, who also has a gun, is probably the person who abducted Nancy. Now, whether that person had help and that's the person who wrote the ransom note, I don't know. But they believe, and again, I don't want to say they are positive that the person is from the Tucson area. That is what they believe. And that they believe this ransom note is connected to the person who abducted Nancy.
So obviously that it's legitimate and it's from the Tucson area, that person is, which I know, Harvey, is something you had been saying based on your own.
This can't be a Bitcoin account. If this was Bitcoin, they'd never get away with it.
Own, you know, receiving of the note and how it read and what you had seen.
This has to be
so
a
this
crypto
corroborates that. Now, the ransom note that you received had that Bitcoin address for a ransom payment. We're now 24 hours and 25 minutes past the deadline for that payment. And I know you have still been checking for any payments. What are you seeing?
So about 12 minutes ago, we saw activity in that account.
Activity like what?
That's what I can't talk about. There are reasons I can't, but all I can say is there is now activity in that Bitcoin account.
Okay, now let me just ask one more question and you'll share with me what you can. But when you say activity, is that you can see money is going into the account, or are you able to tell whether it's money going in or going out?
Well, it would only show, as I understand this, money going in. And the only thing you would see is money. And Aaron, that's all I can say.
Okay, all right. So obviously that's crucial information. So you're saying about 12 minutes ago, so you actually saw money go into that Bitcoin account. And just to be clear, this is the Bitcoin account in the first letter where the individual had said, you're not going to hear from me again. And this is where to wire what the second letter made clear after last night would have been $6 million.
Yeah, yesterday I said to you that I didn't know whether that second letter may have contained a different Bitcoin address. I don't think it did now, because I can tell you that the link we have from the first letter is what we've been checking. And again, all I can say is, as of a few minutes ago, for the first time, we saw activity.
Now, Harvey, can I ask you one other thing? And I know you can't tell me how much money, and you can't say that. But does it allow you to see any kind of no?
Well, you know.
But then poor Ice will be forced to listen to shouting all day. How dare you all day?
Not if Greta Thunberg, rides a tricycle right at them. Thanks for that donation, though, Dodo.
If you had no money, the answer is relationship with you. If somebody asked me, oh, would I start a relationship with you from the beginning if you had no money, the answer is no.
So what you're saying, if I didn't have money and status and I approached you, I would have gotten left on scene.
Yes.
Or maybe an unopened message.
Yes.
Bro. I know why Larry Wheels is broke. Larry Wheels is functionally broke. He was trying to find money to buy a new home, and he sold part of his business to a friend of his, and then he stopped giving his friends payments, and he's getting sued over it now. So, like, here and there, you've heard of, you know, these stories of, Larry Wheels not being able to pay for this or that. You know, I'm really wondering now, too, if the OnlyFans thing was totally made up. I wonder if Larry Wheels was paying this woman. So there may be certain reasons why he stated that publicly, like the lie about the OnlyFans, and it was to cover from him giving this woman money. I wonder if he owed other people money, and like she thought it would be a good way to get sympathy or something, and maybe delay paying someone back or some shit. Because, like, dude, when you think about it, there can't be that many girls on OnlyFans that he'd be interested in, and there can't be that much that you could pay for that would cost that kind of money. he was talking about spending $10,000 a day. And OnlyFans. You'd unless he was like paying for some really bizarre out there content where he wanted to see girls eat their own shit or something, and he found some girls who were willing to like do that for like, 10 grand or 50 grand or whatever. I'm starting to wonder media release info and photos from some CCP handler. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
I
My wife knows how to jiu-jitsu. You know jiu-jitsu? Let's try it out, man. No. Brother.
He's in the stage of denial. What comes after denial? Grief? And then acceptance? Oh, he's in the denial phase. Then it will be anger. Then it will be bargaining. And then he'll finally accept that the marriage was a bad idea. But he's just trying to laugh it off as a joke right now. Total denial. We're going to start seeing some relationship problems where he gets angry. Then you're going to see like some weird makeup period with his wife where he tries to just keep things together. Then he's just going to feel miserable for a while because he's just thinking, what the fuck is he doing? He's losing control of his life. And then it'll reach a head and he'll
Ever
just
had come stuck
learn.
in the back of your throat and you have to invent some techniques like this to get it out? One time I had it get all the way down into my lungs and I made a sound just like this. Boyfriend was scared.
Here's the thing. So we got that.
No, thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Hello? That's not funny!
Sup, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with yet another video. Welcome back to the channel, man. And today, yeah, this one's messy because he's got going on with his wife, his kick streams, and the dumbass decisions that come with fame, money. Now let me say, Larry Wheels is a grown man. Nobody's arguing that, man, but just because you can do something doesn't mean you're not a fool for doing it. And that's exactly what we're looking at here. Before this, I didn't even know who this guy was. And
Hey, Gummy. What's going on here? I really like his big soft cat butt. It's a big cat butt.
I didn't even know Larry was doing kick streams like that, sitting there with his so-called supermodel wife, airing out their entire relationship like it's reality TV. So I did what I always do. I looked into his background. This dude came from nothing. And I mean nothing. Hard upbringing, rough start, no silver spoon. He built himself up through bodybuilding, strength sports, discipline, grinding his ass off. Respect where it's due. That part of his story is solid. But then here comes the problem. He links up with a woman he hasn't even been with that long, and suddenly they're married. I mean, what the actual fuck? Who does that? Who marries a lady almost immediately? That screams sus to me, man. Men like Larry always think they're the exception. They think money, muscles, and status make
He has no self-esteem whatsoever.
Them immune to reality. And that's exactly how dudes get cleaned out, embarrassed, and dragged through the mud later. Let's keep it real for a second, man. If Larry Wheels was broke, unknown, and working a regular job, this woman would not be sitting next to him. She wouldn't give a shit. She even admitted it.
Would you still love me if I had no money and status?
Yes, I would love you. But if somebody asked me, oh, would I start a relationship with you from the beginning if you had no money? The answer is no.
What?
I would not date somebody without money. But if it happened...
Like, by the way, imagine thinking with that mindset. She's not going to appreciate him for who he is, that he's hardworking, dedicated, that he has all these talents, that he's like friendly, he's like good at socializing. Should ignore all of that, and just because he doesn't have money right now, she wouldn't pay attention to him. So you'd miss out on an opportunity to get with a really good guy who does make a lot of money in the future, or has so many other good qualities that you have a better quality of life. Anyway, like, imagine, like, this is just the most horrendous type of bitch you never want to fucking be around. And he fucking married this woman without a prenup. It's crazy.
For him to lose money now, I would be 100% there. And
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Support him and help him out.
So what you're saying, if I didn't have money and status and I approached you, I would have gotten left on scene.
Yes.
Or maybe an unopened message in your DM.
Yes.
What is he doing?
What's weird, too, is she's older than him. She's like 2 or 3 years older. So Larry has no self-esteem. Some of the story just does seem very strange to me. I'm starting to feel skeptical about the OnlyFans narrative, and I'm starting to think his money problems had something to do with her specifically.
You serious?
Man, she wouldn't even look his way. That's not hate, that's reality. Attraction doesn't exist in a vacuum. Money and status matter, especially when you're dealing with women who live online, stream, and thrive on attention. And speaking of attention, holy shit, man, guys, imagine being on a public stream with thousands of people watching, and your wife is casually talking about another man, a bigger celebrity, donating sperm because you're allegedly infertile. That's what pedestalizing a woman looks like.
Dodo, donate $2. Let me see. Well, yeah, that'd be a perfect time to divorce her too, because that video makes her look really bad. On top of that, the sooner a divorce happens, the cleaner a getaway you can get. The longer you've been together, the more like money you're probably going to owe your spouse. So the sooner a divorce happens, the better.
In my house without a warning or nothing. They broke my door. They went inside my house. My son was playing on Nintendo. He had his headphones on. They got him and put him in their cuff and took him outside. And then they asked him what's going on. They didn't say anything. Do you have a search warrant? They said they didn't have any search warrant by then. And they still ask him, do you still have a search warrant? And they don't give me an answer.
So they might have gotten the guy. Hillary. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
This is what happens when you worship women instead of vetting them, when you're so afraid of being seen as insecure.
I come up there at 10, but, you know, we try to stream later for Team Rampage. But I normally start my stream around by this time, that's why. So I still went kind of early at 3 o'clock. Right now, yeah, we're on kick.
And I've decided that I want to die.
I mean, look at how she stares at him, man. Look at how she stares at Rampage Jackson. If my girl did this, I'm kicking her out straight up. As men, we can't let this
Oh yeah, marriage is bullshit.
Bullshit slide. We really can't. We have to call it out. This man is all muscle, and that's it. When you're a high-profile dude like Larry Wheels, you're not just some random guy joking with his girl off camera. You're a public figure. Everything is under a microscope. And when your wife is on stream joking about wanting another man's Coca-Cola, yeah, people are gonna talk. Especially when that man is Rampage Jackson, another well-known figure. Now, I'm not saying she cheated. I'm not saying anything crazy like that.
You married? Yeah, my wife right there. Oh, damn. And also my chef. Oh, okay. All right, my bad. All right. All right. She's like, okay, no more time with Rampage. He's a bad influence. I won't corrupt him. Already a little corrupted.
By the way, there's absolutely no reason for her to be there. None whatsoever. Does she make any of these videos more interesting, funny, anything? No. She has deliberately inserted herself in this shit.
My friends' wives never like them to hang out with me. I can see why.
Honestly, it's hard to feel bad for a man like this because at the end of the day, he's a grown-ass man and he should know better. I guess that huge head doesn't work after all. Anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. Just a quick vent and...
Larry, don't hell. That what you call dumb as hell. He dumb.
A 20-week massing phase, and I couldn't be happier. By the time you watch this video, I'll be 40 years old, and I have never been this big or this strong. I've placed myself in a perfect position for my upcoming bodybuilding competition in late April. But of course, there are some things I could have done better. I didn't do everything perfect. So that's what I'm going to talk.
Dude, she's not that good looking. She's like a 6.7 at best. I can't even give her a 7. Like, she ain't cute. You can clearly see, like, all the cosmetic surgery and stuff. She looks like an older woman who's trying to stay young looking. And, like, the plastic surgery and everything is just so fucking obvious. So, like, she ain't even cute, you know? And I think she's my age. She's 34, so she's like 2 or 3 years older than Larry. Like, let me marry a fucking woman who's older than me so that she looks shittier than I do. You know, by the time I'm 50. Doesn't make any sense. Like, ideally, you'd at least get somebody who's a few years younger. Not a few years older. Like, women age differently, too. A lot of them just kind of completely fall apart. I don't know exactly why that is, but yeah, a lot of women just completely fall apart. Some of that's probably because they don't do jack shit. Like, they don't do anything that's even remotely close to intense exercise. A lot of women also eat like fucking dumbasses, especially a lot of skinny girls. They'll eat like 1 Pop-Tart a day. And then, yeah, by the time they're 40, that catches up with them. But yeah, if you're going to marry a chick, like, you'd ideally aim for somebody about 10 years younger than you. So then, like, as you age, they just stay pretty until, like, maybe you reach a tipping point, you know, as you always do. But yeah, the younger the better, pretty much. They're also less likely to be, like, crazy and combative with you like older women, because they just figured out how to manipulate so many dudes.
Talk about in this video. I'm a relatively advanced bodybuilder, but whether you're a novice or an intermediate, there are a ton of lessons you can glean from my experience.
Is it ethical to eat non-vegan food if it's given out for free at the end of the day at the mall? No.
So let's dive in. This video is for educational entertainment purposes only. First and foremost, the most important thing I did during this massing period was that I adhered to the same general structure week after week after week. That means in practice that I did the same lifts in the same order every week. I kept the same structure. I actually did a lengthy maintenance period before this mass. I maintained for about 12 to 14 weeks and then massed for another 20. And this was really important because it means that the majority of my gains were muscular and not just neurological. When you change your lifts all the time, you're introducing novelty. Novelty can be good, it can spur additional progress, and can help to prevent injuries. But the problem with novelty is that novelty requires learning. It requires that your neurology, your nervous system, adapt to a new stimulus. Your body has to learn how to perform those movements more efficiently. And because of that, muscular gains tend to lag because your body is focused on efficiency rather than packing on new mass. But when you keep the same movements...
Is it ethical to eat non-vegan food and unlimited buffet if you're eating to the point where they're losing money? Yes, it is still unethical.
adhere to the same structure for a long period of time, this actually means that your neurological gains will slow down, and thus your progress is more likely to be driven by new tissue growth. What that means more simply is that if you do the same thing week after week after week and make progress, that progress in the gym is more likely to be the result of muscle gains. And that's what I wanted here. I wanted to get bigger. I want to get stronger because strength is evidence of my muscle growth, but I'm not actually seeking to maximize strength. I'm seeking to maximize muscle growth. And the best way to do that is to do the same thing week after week after week. And that's what I did here.
I can't stand the content you watch. It's all mainstream clickbait bullshit, intellectual virtue signaling, social media sophistry. All I hear is world that won't go vegan, so I refuse to reciprocate with that world. It's fake. I want to logically rip it apart.
Yeah, you say that. Thanks for the donation to SIP.
Here. Secondly,
how many milligrams THC did you take? 10. It's 10 milligrams.
Generally speaking, in terms of my split, I did lower cardio, upper lower, cardio, upper. 4 weightlifting sessions per week and 2 cardio sessions. My volume was also relatively low as well. And I chose this structure because my life has been busy and hectic. And to ensure that I could recover from my training and muster the necessary focus to make progress, I needed to make sure my training was manageable. And so I wasn't in the gym every day. I didn't do lengthy 3-hour-long sessions. I built my gym program so that it was aligned with my current lifestyle needs and demands. And that's the critical point here. In order for me to succeed, I needed to pick a program I could do. And just as that was true for me, that will be true for you. You need to adhere to a program that works with your lifestyle. I'm not saying you should be lazy. I'm not saying you shouldn't make sacrifices and compromises to go to the gym. But I am saying that you have to be realistic and recognize the stressors you're under. One interesting note here, the last 4 or 5 weeks of this mass, I did increase the frequency of my program. I trained 6 days a week. Lower, upper, lower, upper, lower, upper. And I was able to do that for 2 reasons. 1, my life has been easier. Some of my commitments have dropped. And 2, I knew that I was only doing it for a short period of time. I didn't have trouble recovering during this phase. And in fact, my rate of progress did increase, which makes sense because I upped the frequency. But it was also clear to me that I could not have kept this pace for the entire 20-week block. I just didn't have the mental energy and focus.
My elbows hurt. I don't like that. I want my elbows to not hurt anymore. Thank you.
But I was able to do it for a short burst. And I think that's a good and useful takeaway. As your life stressors ebb and flow, so should...
Oh my god. I have a kitty lying on me. He's in a perfect little donut. Oh, I love my Gum Gum so much. He's a really cool cat. Yeah, you're the coolest cat. He was trying to steal my tofu.
Should your training. You can train more when life permits it, and you can train less when you have no choice but to train less. And regardless, you should still be able to make gains. Cardio per week. And I fucking hate cardio. I don't like cardio. I think it's miserable. But I did this cardio because it was necessary to help me recover and to feel good. It made it so that during my sessions, I was able to recover in between my sets. It also helped with my between session recovery. I just felt better after having Next, I want to talk about 3 things I could have done better during this massing phase. The biggest mistake I made was that I just should have been more aware of the potential for injuries. I didn't suffer any catastrophic or acute injuries. I'm okay. But I am 40 and I've been training for a long time, and I do have some aches and pains. And what tends to happen during a hard push phase is that some of those aches and pains will worsen. And I can get ahead of that. There are things I can do. There are proactive strategies I can employ.
Man, for a cat he sure loves his vegetables.
Yeah, he loves his vegetables. Every time I open a can of beans, he also tries to steal the beans. He really likes beans. Isn't that right, Gum Gum? You love your beans. He's a good cat. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
To avoid inflaming those injuries. And my instinct tends to be to just put my head down and suffer through it. For example, I get some minor elbow pain here, and that can be triggered by doing lateral raises. And for the first 10 weeks of this mass, I didn't have any issues. But then those pains started to creep up and increase, and I ignored them. If instead of ignoring them, I had reduced the volume on those movements or just taken a little bit of a break, the inflammation I'm now experiencing at present would have never happened. But because I just put my head down and tried to suffer through it, I actually made those pains worse. And so the lesson I take away from this that I want to impart to you is you just need to be proactive and aware. Don't let pains worsen. Don't just be stubborn. You can address them proactively. So to take a more positive example, my left knee sometimes hurts. I have plantar fasciitis in that leg. My left arch is just a little too high, and that causes me foot pain. And as a result, that can sometimes trigger knee pain. And what I started to do when I noticed that knee pain was I actually began training my legs with a band around my hips. The band isn't to make my glutes grow or whatever people use it for. It's to encourage me to keep my hips open and not let my knees collapse. Because when my knees collapse on leg movements, that worsens my knee pain. And just by implementing this little step, I've been able to train relatively pain-free. Secondly, in terms of my diet, I needed to shift my mindset earlier in this massing phase. As I mentioned, I'd been maintaining for about 12 to 14 weeks. During that maintenance period, I had been pretty lean and kind of hungry. And as a result, I had leaned very heavily into high volume foods. I was eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of potatoes, a lot of mass. And because I'd been so hungry for so long, when I transitioned into my massing period, I kept eating those same high volume foods. But after about 8 to 10 weeks, that started to cause digestion issues. Because my calories had increased and I had continued to eat high volume foods, that meant I was consuming pounds and pounds of potatoes and vegetables every day. And ultimately, I experienced a pretty terrible weekend of diarrhea. And that was because my body just simply couldn't handle the volume of food that I was trying to consume. Once I had that experience, I reduced my food volume, I cut some of the vegetables, I leaned more heavily into rice, and my digestion issues.
DD donated $2. Let me see.
I learned how to make Phenoplex at a very young age, or Tren. I used those Phenoplex tablets, and I was buying those kits. People listening are probably like, what is he talking about? But you could buy from feed and cattle implant stores or from veterinary stores without a prescription. You could buy, they're called Phenoplex H tablets. And I learned from my time on the message boards how to convert that into Trenbolone, right?
Holy shit.
83 milligrams per cc. So I was making that in my first cycle. I was able to.
That's a large amount of volume for, like, it's Tren. You don't have to take that much, but that's a really large volume of fluid for a low concentration.
Get my hands on some D-ball. So it was Tren and D-ball for my first cycle. Like the stupidest combination anybody could ever
Yeah, that's like Gyno City.
think of, right? But it was like,
Sounds fire to me.
I mean, it was pretty sick, dude. I put on like 24 pounds. I was strong. But then that led to me also getting involved in the message boards and learning how to import steroids and learning how to make more steroids like testosterone and other things, and then getting in trouble because of it. So I started, used for about a year, and then I had to go off. And then I was off for like 2 years, and then I went and competed in my first show as a natural. So bust me if I competed as a fake natty. I was off for about 2 years before I got on stage.
I find that the longer people are on test or any aromatizing hormone, the lower rates of aromatization they get after. So much so, and you can talk to people working at hormone
Oh yeah, I've seen dudes running like 1,500 milligrams without an AI. I think Chase ran like 5,000 without an AI.
Clinics. I think it's pretty common now for people who are on PEDs long term when they go on TRT to have really low estrogen just from the TRT. Yeah, so because their body's just so used to very high test levels and aromatizing for that level of testosterone.
Just like the level of like metabolites that they have that go to estrogen are reduced. Does it like increase? Do you know where those metabolites increase? Like is DHT higher instead, or?
I would imagine there's some natural suppression or inhibition in the production of the aromatase enzyme, sort of similar to the process that an aromatase inhibitor would happen, So, androstenedione gets converted to, starts in cholesterol, goes through that whole DHEA process, androstenedione converts to testosterone. Now, from your body sees all this testosterone in the blood. Well, it knows that when it sees 5 testosterone, it wants to make 1 estrogen. So that's what it tries to do. But now it sees 50 testosterone. It doesn't want to make 10 estrogen because you'll turn into a woman. It won't be perfect. You'll make 9 estrogen and get gyno. If your body spent the last 15 years seeing 10 times the normal testosterone levels, it's not going to aromatize at the same level it did before you ever cycled. If you're running, a gram of test a week for a decade and you go back to 200 milligrams of test, it's not a big stretch to imagine that your estrogen might be low in response to that, because your body's used to creating aromatization rates for 10 times that amount of testosterone.
TRT is bullshit. HRT is where it's at. If you just run testosterone and not GH, it's a complete fucking waste of your time, unless your body has a huge abundance of GH, like you're a very young man. But if you're old enough to need TRT, you're old enough to need growth hormone, so it's HRT. Replacement is to fill in what's missing. So if this is normal and this is you, this is replacing what's missing. This is not hormone replacement therapy. That's doing steroids. This is hormone replacement therapy. Your testosterone's here and your growth hormone's here, and they should be here. The appropriate thing to do is raise it to here and raise it to here. That's it. You get the same test and growth hormone as when you're like 29, 30 years old. That's it. That is the appropriate thing to do. It's amazing to me how many people want to get their blood work checked because they're worried about consequences. If all you're doing is replacing what's missing, you don't need blood work. You're fine. You're just getting up to where you're supposed to be. This is healthy. This is not healthy. Because you're healthy doesn't mean you're going to be unhealthy somewhere else. That's not how the body works. Doctors who are making money off of you and peddling fear are going to tell you.
Well, this is how TRT clinics charge for services.
You still need to get blood work. It either means they don't know what they're talking about or they're just scared and covering their ass. The truth is, if you're really just replacing the hormones you're missing, you should be fine. You can get blood work to confirm that you're healthy, but if you're healthy in January, unless you increase your doses, you're not going to be unhealthy in December. It's not like arbitrarily just starts falling apart. This is assuming all of you sleep, eat, drink, water, and train like me. If you're not doing everything 100% perfect, then you're fucked. Do TR.
How long is it going to take for me to look like you, though? To look like me? Depends how many steroids you use. If you use the right stack, 3 to 6 months. I'm serious. Like,
nah, I'm
your
scared.
240 natural, dude.
Yeah, I'm scared of that shit.
Nothing to be scared of.
No, I heard it make your nuts small.
It makes the shaft look bigger. So what's the problem with that?
I could use that.
I don't know why he doesn't do steroids. Stupid not to. Thanks for that donation, DD.
I don't just say that if I wanted it bad enough I'd live that I have lived that I have done that but I've kept it all to myself. It's not that I say that I know I can. You don't know what it's like to be able to do that and resist it. Anyway, whose cat is that?
This is my cat. This is my little kitty. His name's Gummy. I love my gum. Thanks for the donation, Tui Sup. Is your elbow still hurting, or is it feeling better now? It's still hurting. It's very hard to move my arm all the way in. Oh, it hurts a lot. Yeah, that is not pleasant. Yeah, so it's very hard to completely bend my arm. It's pretty messed up. I think I'm going to start doing growth hormone starting tonight. So, yeah. Matthew donated $2. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Jordan Peters. He's really goddamn big and strong, especially for his height. Shit. He's like a Ninja Turtle on steroids. Thanks for the donation, Matthew.
Disappeared. But I should have been tracking this earlier. I should have realized I was pushing the physical limits of my body just a little too hard, and I should have reduced my food volume earlier as a result. Lastly, the third mistake I made was that I should have pushed my body weight up just a little bit sooner. For those first 5 to 10 weeks, I was really keeping my body weight pretty low, and I was wary of gaining too quickly. And I think that just led to some lackluster training results initially. I'm happy with how much weight I gained. I'm sitting at about 205 right now. I should step on stage somewhere between 180 and 185. But I should have pushed up my rate of gain earlier and either held it or then slowed down, because that would have led to more productive training earlier. And that's a good takeaway. Sometimes you just feel better and train better when you're at a certain body weight. And for me, I definitely feel stronger and more robust around 200 pounds. And so I should have gotten there sooner and just kind of hung out. Lastly, I'm going to talk briefly about the 3 things I want to do during my contest prep to make sure I'm successful and I get the best result I can when I step on stage. First and foremost, I'm going to keep my training mostly the same. Like I said, if you want to maximize muscle growth, get stronger. Towards the end of the diet, strength may drop off a little bit, and so I'm hoping that by the very end, I'm going to end up at roughly the same place strength-wise, but I'll be about 20 pounds lighter. That volume of foods is a way to combat that hunger. Lastly, the biggest thing I'm going to do during this cut is I'm going to focus on posing. I've never really learned how to pose. I do it in these videos. So I'm going to work with a posing coach and I'm going to treat it like something I train. I'm going to come up with an actual regimen.
So basically, I'm wearing this for my protection because when I go out in public, there's people always trying to f with me, especially here in East Stewart. Okay. So what am I doing wrong?
This guy got arrested at a Christmas parade in Florida for wearing a body armor vest concealed under his shirt. The problem is that was not illegal. I saw this in the news.
Yeah, that's a Fourth Amendment violation.
With the cops taking a victory lap and Karens rejoicing about it.
I'm still horrified about what happened.
Sounds like he was up to no good.
Why you need
body armor? You're up to no good if you have body armor. Should the police start, like, pulling people over for wearing their seatbelt? You're clearly up to no good. Like, you're planning on getting into an accident? Like, what the fuck?
That type of protection, and why you even come out if you were that afraid.
So I put in a request for the footage, and
the police all wear body armor.
Just got it. And it's even worse than I thought it would be.
Oh my God.
When I say freedom is scary, lawful conduct does not become illegal just because police officers or Karens are afraid of something. My rights don't end where your fear of some perfectly legal object begins. Did you see the video I just did with the Iowa hackers who broke into the courthouse? They revealed just how easy it is to access your private data, not just on the internet, but through courthouses just leaving their front doors unlocked. This can happen to your personal data off the market. Now let's get back to the video. Do you remember back around Christmas, it briefly made national news. This guy had been arrested at a Christmas parade in Martin County, Florida.
A scary situation in Stewart after an armed man wearing a bulletproof vest was detained during the city's Christmas parade Friday evening.
It's a treasured Martin County tradition, the 64th annual Stewart Christmas Parade taking place Friday night, but quickly taking a turn when a man showed up in a bulletproof vest with a dagger and a handgun.
Disaster was just narrowly averted, according to the
So he was legally conceal carrying.
sheriff there. And the public was extremely grateful for the sheriff who had basically saved their lives from this crazy person.
I'm still horrified about what happened, and it should not have happened.
Sounds like he was up to no good and planning for something bad.
Why you need that type of protection and why you'd even come out if you were that afraid is beyond us. I don't know. We don't know what was going to happen. It's hard for us to speculate. We just know it was extremely concerning.
Stewart locals agreeing it was extremely concerning.
The fact that a man was walking around wearing a bulletproof vest.
This is why it's so important to have gun rights protected in the Constitution. The amount of people who are just pussy, retard, dumbass Karens who, like, don't understand how the real world works is just insane.
And had a knife and a gun, clearly to me means intent. And he did mean to scare a lot of people.
I don't usually walk out in a bulletproof vest or with a knife or a gun for that matter. So, yeah, sounds like he had bad intent.
While the man's intentions may have seemed off, Sheriff Budenseek says there were...
How do they know that? Can they read his mind? Oh, that's right, they can't.
Yeah. Why would anybody want to be safe? He was clearly up to no good. Heard he even was driving with his seatbelt on and was like stopping at red lights. Like, it's fucking crazy. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
There were no legal grounds to arrest him because of Second Amendment rights, and he was released Friday night.
Who was the crazy person? Well, it was just some guy who showed up to a parade, and he apparently was wearing body armor under his clothes. And he had a pistol on him, concealed. And he also had a knife. That's pretty scary, right?
Now, Sheriff Budenseek says they have kept the man's weapons and vest and are looking to issue a risk protection order.
What is this? Florida? I thought this was like California, and I'm like, what? In Florida? How could they issue a risk protection order when he didn't break the law? Like, this is bizarre. Florida? Like,
to keep that man away from firearms until further notice. Now, the sheriff's office tells me today that they are not releasing
this is shit I hear about in California, but like Florida?
The name of that man because he wasn't arrested.
So thankfully they got that guy.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't arrested. I love that one. I've heard that before. Oh, my God.
But the only problem is, well, is it legal to wear body armor in the state of Florida? Yeah, apparently it is. Is it legal to have a concealed pistol on you if you're that guy? If you're not a prohibited person in Florida? Yeah, he was allowed to do that. Was it legal to have a knife on him? Yeah, it was legal to do that. So it seemed weird to me where you have Florida being this allegedly pro-Second Amendment state where it's perfectly legal to have a gun, a knife, as well as body armor. Yet how do we reconcile what happened here and what really did happen here? The news on this, dropped away quickly. So I went ahead and sent in a FOIA request to this county because this county, Martin County, Florida, my own father went to Martin County High School and was their star quarterback who went on to play quarterback for the University of Florida. Anyways, I sent in a FOIA request for the police reports for all the video footage of this incident so that I could see for myself what really happened. They sent me a sizable bill, which just intrigued me more, so I paid it, and I just a couple of days ago received it. So let's go through it. This is where the body cam begins.
It's a misunderstanding. You guys just go through my phone and look at who I'm meeting here. My daughter.
Dodo Donatellers, it just goes to show what a fucked up place Florida is. I think it goes to show how retarded the police are, more than anything. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Hold on. Can you move them to Alamanda? That is going to be the cut through if fire rescue needs to get to the ER. I'll try.
So one magazine.
X-ray 1, so if you're going to notify fire rescue, we'll try to make it to Alamanda and Scotia.
One in the chamber.
One, we're going to try and walk to Alamanda. About 14 years old.
What is wrong? We don't know yet. You have your wallet on you? You have ID? Hey, Jake. You got a glove on you?
I don't understand how people don't have their ID on them.
Let me know, and we can try to come parade.
Unfortunately, by the time the body cam footage starts, they already have this guy in custody. There are multiple officers surrounding him. He's being detained. He's being disarmed. They're looking at his pistol. They're checking out his body armor, and they're asking him questions. So there's no footage of the initial interaction that led to him being detained. I do have the police report, so I'll go over that shortly, and I'll tell you what the allegations from the officers are. But just going through the rest of the footage, I mean, you tell me, do you see anything unusual about this guy's activities or the way that he's talking or carrying himself? Does he seem to you to be crazy? Does he seem to you to be intoxicated on something?
Spread your feet to the left. Spread your feet.
Yeah, Jake, it's on the hood. We're walking on your side, walking on the south side, our light on.
No, I got the signal 0. I've got the signal 0. Okay. That round, I just want to collect it.
Okay. Did you eject?
Yeah.
111-26.
Yeah, I just want to collect that round. Put it. Actually, doesn't matter.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's on the truck.
What's that? 371087549.
It's in here.
Yeah, I can all.
The cuff is killing my fucking hand, dude. I swear on everything. It's about to rip my hand out. Something's bad.
They always do that to me where they put the cuffs on ridiculously fucking tight.
Is that better?
Yeah. 904, we 534 on the call while the vehicle is being removed.
Oh. Yeah, there's. I didn't check the left side of his vest that he's got on.
There's nothing.
So basically, I'm wearing this for my protection because when I go out in public, there's people who's trying to with me, especially here in East Stewart. Okay. So what am I doing wrong? Hello?
Have any weapons on them?
No.
What's your birthday?
12/06.
06. What year?
It's 2000.
2000. What's a good address for you?
So this guy's name is Matthew Beagle, and it appears to me that he is being completely cooperative. He is answering all of their questions. He doesn't appear to be acting in any sort of a threatening way. He doesn't appear to be acting out at all in any manner. He appears to be 100% polite and cooperative with these officers. And yet they are holding him and they are giving
Body armor is not illegal in Canada.
him no information.
We're gonna take our time. We gotta do a little bit of research and stuff like that, so we're just gonna be chilling right here for a minute. Oh, you're good, dude. I just really want to idea who the guy is, but I know I'm well known. So why is that? Just had a long history in this town. Not bad. Just have had a lot of history. I don't know you. Are you new? No. What was your name? I didn't catch it. Matthew. Matthew what? Beagle. Beagle? Don't know you. What's your last name, Matthew? Eagle. Yeah. Like the dog. Can you turn towards me?
I don't know you. Idiot.
Your eyes are like really bloodshot. I'm tired. You're tired?
The deputy asks him
Oh
why
my
his
God.
eyes are bloodshot. Now, this wouldn't be the first time I did a video showing cops lying to people about their eyes being bloodshot. And just like the other video I'm thinking of, if we look at just the body cam footage here,
Are you like under the influence of anything? No. Your eyes are like really bloodshot.
it really does not appear that his eyes are bloodshot at all. But it's a cop trick where they lie to you, and now they're getting information out of you. They're getting a statement out of you because they've basically accused you of something, and now you're trying to explain why your eyes are bloodshot, even though they're not really bloodshot, which is really pure manipulation designed to get information that is not even necessarily relevant or credible. They're just fishing for information. Remember, cops can and will lie to you. And just because they ask you why your eyes are bloodshot, that does not mean that your eyes are in fact bloodshot. And that doesn't mean that you have to answer them. You have a right to remain silent. This guy is being completely compliant, and that does not necessarily help him.
And I just got out of the shower. Okay. You understand like community events and stuff while we're on like heightened alert for like active shooters and stuff like that? I understand why this is happening right now, yes. Okay. And you guys are on point. So, yeah, so it makes me feel glad that you guys are doing your job. But I really am here just wearing this as protection, same reason you guys are. I'm just trying to see my daughter. You'll see it all on my phone.
You can start me a call, or they may put me on one.
Gladly unlock it for you and go through it.
Matthew explains that he was not up to anything nefarious, that he was just at the parade looking for his daughter. His daughter was there watching the parade, and he was supposed to meet up with her. He couldn't find her. He was looking for her. That's why he was walking around. And he also explains that the reason that he was wearing the vest was because there had been some sort of threat on his life or threats on his life. And he even said he had proof of it and was willing to show it to these cops.
And I also had a person show up to my doorstep last night and threatened to do a lot of stuff. I have it on camera. I was gonna make a police report, but I never got the chance. So it's just kind of like a heightened. That's like not normal for like, like they're banging on my door in the middle of the night saying they're gonna kill me. Yeah, no. Well, like why? I don't understand. I have no idea. I don't even know who it is. Some crazy person just came in the middle of the night. I have a video of it. I'm telling you, I got a lot of history. So you think someone's like following you or something? Okay, listen.
And then Matthew gives yet another reason that he was wearing the armored vest. He explains that in the past he had actually worked as an informant for that sheriff's department and apparently felt that there was some sort of safety threat that still existed because of that. And that's why portions of this conversation were actually redacted by the
Why didn't they just let him go?
County. But what do we know so far? That he is allowed to possess and wear that body armor as well as the gun, actually has reasons that he's willing to prove to the officers why he was wearing the body armor and carrying the gun. Not that he should have to, but they sort of just ignore what he's saying and continue to detain him handcuffed.
Well, obviously, like research that, but I honestly don't know you. And what's like a detective's name? You said you were going to report it, but you didn't? Any reason you didn't? Because it was 3 a.m. and I was tired. Well, like law enforcement works 24/7. No, but I want to go back to sleep. I have work. Where you work at? You don't got to are you taking me down to the station to ask some questions? Honestly, I don't know yet. I really kind of just walked up on this, so as soon as they say what we're going to do, we'll do that. But for now, you're just detained until they figure out what's going on. Well, I'm not lying to you, so. If I was coming here to do harm, you think I'd have one mag? Just for protection.
That's a good point.
It's just concerning.
He literally said somebody threatened him recently. He can even show the video. And he used to work as an informant, so he's a little worried. He even was willing to share text messages on his phone saying he was going to meet up with his daughter. Just let the guy go. What the fuck?
You know,
It is.
to have
I run into people that know me that want to kill me, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
How did anyone know that you had this on you at all?
They didn't.
Dodo $20. Doesn't 50 Cent walk around with body armor all the time? Why don't they arrest him? Yeah, seriously. Dude, it's just silly. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
And I told him when he walked up to me.
Since we don't have this part on video, the initial interaction, I'll read you the police report that I obtained. It says on December 5th, 2025, the Martin County Sheriff's Office participated in the Stewart Christmas Parade. Due to an increase in mass casualty attacks around the country in recent years, to include attacks at community parades, the Martin County Sheriff's Office provides a heavy security element to ensure safety and security. An additional safety concern is attacks against our elected officials. On December 5th, 2025, at approximately 1930 hours, I was walking westbound on Southeast Ocean Boulevard in the Stewart Christmas Parade. Walking with me was the Martin County Sheriff's Office command staff, Congressman Brian Mast, and the Congressman's Chief of Staff, Stephen Layton. During this time, I observed Mr. Layton say something to Detective Chris Baker, then quickly turn around and walk eastbound against the parade route. Detective Chris Baker is a member of the Sheriff's Office SWAT team and was assigned to dignitary protection during the parade. I then approached Detective Baker and asked him if everything was okay. Detective Baker said that Mr. Layton had observed a male following Congressman Mast and the male was wearing a jacket. I immediately turned around to make contact with Mr. Layton to ascertain more information. I walked eastbound on Southeast Ocean Boulevard towards Southeast Balboa Street when I observed Mr. Layton standing next to a male on the side of the roadway. During my observation of the male, I saw that he was wearing long jeans, a jean jacket, and a baseball-style hat, which was pulled down low on his forehead. I asked Mr. Layton if this was the male that had been following Congressman Mast, and he said yes. I then approached the male to make contact, at which time he turned his body away from me and motioned as if he was going to walk away. I then called out to the male, later identified as Mr. Matthew Beagle, and shined him with my flashlight. I asked Mr. Beagle what he was doing, and he said looking for his daughter, who was at Stewart Middle. While speaking with Mr. Beagle, I noticed his shirt was pushed forward and could see an outline of something large filling out his shirt. I asked Mr. Beagle if he was wearing a vest, a ballistic vest, and he said yes. Mr. Layton then asked him if he was armed, to which he replied yes. Based on the above and following facts and circumstances, I found it necessary to detain Mr. Beagle and investigate his reasoning for being in the area and his intentions. Mr. Beagle was observed paralleling Congressman Brian Mast for several hundred yards. When Mr. Beagle noticed Mr. Layton looking at him, he stopped walking. Mr. Beagle was wearing jean pants and a jean jacket, which are cold weather clothes. It was a warm evening. I was sweating while walking to the parade. Mr. Beagle's ball cap was pulled low over his forehead. When Mr. Beagle observed me wearing Class A Sheriff's Office uniform, he turned away from me and motioned as if he was going to walk away. During my initial contact with Mr. Beagle, I determined that he was wearing ballistic body armor and was armed with a gun. I then grabbed a hold of Mr. Beagle's arms and wrists and escorted him to a Stewart police vehicle. Once at the Stewart police vehicle, Stewart Police Officer Hogan assisted me in placing Mr. Beagle into handcuffs. Officer Hogan began checking Mr. Beagle for weapons and located a small knife tucked into the front of his belt. I then called for assistance via radio. Sergeant Lott responded to my location, at which time he activated his body-worn camera. Once his body cam was activated, Sergeant Lott and backup deputies continued a search of Mr. Beagle's person for weapons to ensure officer safety during the interaction. During the search, Mr. Beagle was found to have a loaded Glock pistol attached to a rifle-rated ballistic vest. So that's the official government narrative there about what happened. And this is Matthew's explanation to the officer with the body cam.
He saw that I was following alongside the parade, but I'm just walking, trying to get to Stewart Middle School.
What'd you tell him?
I told him, hey, I have a gun and a vest on me. And he freaked out and grabbed me.
Okay.
But I was just telling him because he came up to me with the light.
Were you nervous he was going to do something?
No. I just wanted to tell him so he didn't freak out.
And then he freaked out?
Yeah.
That worked out.
Right? I'm very cool with you guys. I've never ever had a problem with anything. That's why I was exclaiming that I have a firearm on me and a vest.
Yeah, we want that all off. Hold on, let me just do a couple of photos. You gotta be.
I'm live.
You already took photo? Okay, there you go. All right, very good. Yep.
You can't go on ocean forward.
So, got
No.
All right. 1 second. Let me get these off.
You're gonna have to take everything off.
But he's not gonna come off with cuffs on.
Ah, fuck, dude. Turn this way.
Let me see the
Turn
shoulder.
towards me. I think I can remove this. Yeah, it's got Velcro in there. There you go. There you go. Throw it on the truck.
I've also got the zeros.
Hour since they first took him into custody. We saw the footage where he answered all of their questions. He provided them with his phone, with all of his information. Up to this point, he had not been alleged to have committed any crime. Nobody saw him committing any crime. He was not in possession of anything that was illegal. Yet an hour later, they still have him. So they put him in this room. They chain him to the table. And then the guy tells him, we'll just be a few minutes.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, give us a couple minutes, okay?
Sounds good.
Jeez.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Fucking assholes.
Detective 1 comes into the room and he basically just reads Matthew his Miranda rights, which, by the way, apply when a suspect is both in custody and being questioned. But I'll just point out that Matthew had already been in custody for at least an hour and questioned during that time. So if any criminal charges did come of this, there would be a very good argument for the suppression of any statement that Matthew had made prior to being informed of his Miranda rights. So Detective 1 basically just gives him the Miranda rights, and then he's like, all right, I'm going to step out again. And Matthew's like, my family is going to be wondering where I am.
I am going to step out again, and we'll be right back. Okay?
How long is this gonna take? Because I got a lot to do tomorrow. And
I can't give you a time, but I can tell you that.
And my family's probably freaking out because they were waiting on me at the parade. I was walking to them.
You were walking to your
I
family?
was on the phone with my baby mother.
He listens for a minute, doesn't really care. He leaves the room. So Matthew waits a little more. Then Detective 2 now enters the room. And I take it that Detective 2 and Matthew already know each other. Perhaps this was maybe the narcotics detective that Matthew had worked for at some previous time. And so Matthew tells him once again what had happened, answers all of the questions that are posed to him for an extended period of time. He voluntarily unlocks his phone, lets them go through his phone. Completely polite, completely cooperative, yet here he remains in this room for an extended period of time, telling this story over and over and over again. And he clearly wasn't following Congressman Mast, doesn't appear to even know who he is. He provides all the documentation they would ever need, all the other witnesses they would ever need, that he was not there to do anyone any harm. Not that there was any evidence of that anyways. Yet here he is being interrogated endlessly in this room.
So basically I'm walking down the sidewalk, and I guess because I'm walking the same fucking speed as one of the cops, he looks over at me and then like walks up to me with a light, shines in my face and asks who I am. I said, hey, I'm Matthew, I have a gun on me just to let you know. He instantly grabs me and throws me up against the car.
Okay.
I have all this text messages, everything. You can go on my phone and look.
Text message for what?
Meeting up with my family.
Oh, with Carly and them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was literally on the phone with them as he fucking
What's
came
up
up
with
to
the
me.
Mest?
I'm scared about my life. People are showing up to my shit threatening to kill me, bro.
Okay.
Dude, I'm not showing up trying to do anything. I wouldn't have fucking one mag. Like, I don't know what they think I'm doing or whatever this is. I'm just literally protecting myself.
Just give me a second, Matt, because obviously there's a ring camera door.
Yes.
Okay, on your phone.
Yes.
After an extended period of questioning, Detective 2 then says he has to leave the room. He gets up and he leaves the room, and he leaves Matthew sitting in the room again for an extended period of time. Matthew does not know what's going on, but through our FOIA request, we do know what was going on. And it was about at this point that the cops had located Matthew's parents. And I think it's outside the police station where they're interrogating him. They then began to question Matthew's parents. And I have that footage as well.
Did you explain anything to Dad? A little bit. Okay. just that he was walking around the parade with a ballistic vest under his jacket, a gun on him. Just given the circumstances, a little off-putting, kind of weird, heavily crowded place. We got political figures there, so dignitaries. It's just kind of that's what brought us here. So
I got you.
At least a little bit of background. So, and for the most part, we're going to get the most amount of information from you guys. So that's kind of why we were giving you a call.
I mean, I know obviously.
So where are we at with him?
We want to get as much information as you're willing to provide us. Like we told you on the phone, we're not here to
buying the bullshit from the cops. And when they tell the parents, look, we're just trying to help your son. We're not trying to get him arrested, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that's true? No. Absolutely a lie. These people are lying to this guy's parents to try to get incriminating information from the parents. But in any event, the mom now explains in a very articulate way that her son was not there to do anyone any harm, that he was just looking to see his daughter.
He was just coming to see his daughter. Like, his daughter was sick this week. He didn't get a chance to see her. She was finally feeling better. Carly got out of the house for a little bit. We were all going to, like, meet up. It was kind of last minute. I was like, hey, Matt, we're going to go to the parade. Carly's going to meet us here. I sent him text messages like, here, this is where we're going to be. Like, come find us. He goes to the wrong end of the parade. And then he's like, I'm like, well, just freaking walk it. Like, run it. Like, just meet us down at our end where we're at. We're at the end of the parade at Stewart Middle School. Yeah, it's going to suck for you, but just get down here. I don't know how long your daughter's going to hold up, kind of thing.
Yeah, as soon as units made contact with him, he said that he was armed, that he did the right thing in that sense. So we're just trying to kind of
Officer just admitted to Matthew's mother that it's perfectly legal to wear body armor and be armed, including having both of those being concealed, and that in fact he himself does this every day. Why? Safety, right? Officer safety. We hear that all the time. Yet Americans who are not police officers are also entitled to worry about their safety and take precautions, right? This is America. We have freedom, right? This police officer,
he's done.
Interrogation from a polite and cooperative suspect and numerous corroborating witnesses that Matthew Beagle had committed no crime whatsoever, and that the officers, while afraid of a man wearing concealed body armor, armed with a concealed, extremely common pistol carried by people all over the state of Florida, they were going to have to let him go and release him to his family. So that's what they do, and 3.5 hours after initially detaining and handcuffing Matthew, they release him to leave with his parents. There were no subsequent charges, yet the officers kept Matthew's gun and his vest as evidence. Evidence of what? No crime had occurred or even was alleged. Florida does not have any sort of blanket prohibition on civilians possessing or wearing body armor, whether ballistic vests, plate carriers, etc., in public places. It's also not a crime for Matthew to have possessed a concealed pistol, including with an extra magazine. It seems that they kept the gun and the vest for the same reason that they did everything they did to Matthew that night, because they were scared of freedom. What were they allowed to do here under these circumstances? Consistent with the Fourth Amendment, an officer may perform a limited investigatory detention of someone whom he reasonably suspects has committed criminal activity. Such stops men of otherwise safe, or it made other people feel safe. It made
cops are stupid as hell. That's surprising that would happen in Florida. I was thinking that was California at first, because that's what they do, because they're gay. Holy shit, man. Gay, gay, gay. Everyone is gay. Oh, the gayness. La 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 la. Oh, I've got a nice kitty. I like nice kitties. No, I don't see myself playing the first Tomb Raider game. It has not aged all that well. I will play a cat, though. I love cats.
It's the girl! Wipe her out!
No, oh my god.
Move in! Gotcha!
Wait. How did somebody shoot me? Oh, good. Lit myself on fire. I don't watch Cassidy Campbell. Stop asking me about Cassidy Campbell. He's a fucking idiot. Oh, give me a break. That hit scammed the fuck out of me, dude.
Right.
Is that it? Okay. Oh, thank God. Thought it was gonna crash. Oh, there we go. I knew there was another health pack here. Yeah, God ain't real. Nice try. Oops.
Steady. Okay. No one's following. Right. Where's the Ferris wheel?
I miss anything there? Don't think so.
Please go through. Now what?
What do I think of Trump being mad about Canada Bridge?
Where's this
He's a dumbass.
All right. Here we go. Kidding me? Damn it. Come on. Got it.
Can you just jump down from there? Why don't they come out so I can shoot them? Transatlantic would cost 20 trillion. That sounds like too much money. Okay, they're all dead now. Yeah, $20 trillion is way too much money. I could see something like that being built if we had worker robots that did everything for us. I just don't see with today's technology people putting in that kind of investment. Way too much money. Also extremely vulnerable to some kind of attack. So like if a nuclear weapon were to get blown up, I could see that being an extremely vulnerable and economically damaging target. So with geopolitics the way they are now, I don't see that project ever happening. I didn't see the entire Super Bowl halftime show thing. Saw like 10 seconds of it. It's horrible. That was one of the worst artists, you can call him that, I've ever seen. Just some gay, fruity Spanish music, and the guy looks gay too. I don't know who listens to this garbage. Ah, damn it. There's a free Molotov right there. Holy fuck. Dickhead. Let's see. Pee 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 poop 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 bum 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 bum.
God damn.
I speak Spanish and I couldn't understand him. His songs are cool, but his actual singing, not so much. His songs are not cool. You're just gay. Yeah, that was really bad. Dude, I had the fucking hottest dream last night.
Holy shit.
Had a dream Rafaela had a twin sister who was into me, and then I had sex with her twin sister. So cool. It's a big fat chunky boy.
Okay. Back to that damn Ferris wheel.
She doesn't take me for the type that could be Rampage Jackson. Seems like she has moral principles of some sort. Ah, oh, damn it, my fucking elbow. Holy shit. I literally, like, can't fucking bend it in. Such a pain in the ass.
Finally. There.
Earlier in the stream, that guy's name was Poohole. Whose name is Poohole? That's not a good name.
Okay. Oh my god. Are there any animals that you run into in the game? Kinda. Oh no, another wave. Oh no, wave big. Let's do this.
Is Epstein arguably worse than Muhammad now? No. Prophet Muhammad killed far more people, and he had a sex trafficking ring. Like, it wasn't just him that was raping children. He let his followers keep children as sex slaves, so... No, Prophet Muhammad, far worse. Plus, he created a religion that justifies all that horse shit, so... Without a doubt, Epstein's worse. Wait, that's... I'm going the wrong way, I think. Or am I?
What is all this stuff? Where the fuck are you? Shit. Jesus.
Poor dog. Ellie's a monster. I hate Ellie.
Stupid dog.
What a bitch.
God. Fuck happened here?
Snack. Gummy loves snacks.
People don't come back from that island.
How many times has Abby risked her life for you?
She chose this. I'm not fucking going there.
Then don't! Go back.
Fuck you, Owen. Hands up. Where's Abby?
You're that girl from Jackson.
Tell me where she went. How do we know you won't kill us?
Give her what she wants and we're dead.
You guys can survive this. I just need her.
Bullshit.
You. Come here. Fucking get over here! Point to where she is on this map. And then you. It better fucking match up.
What are you doing?
She's probably dead anyway.
It is not worth it.
Stop!
We can talk
Back
about
the fuck up!
Point to where she is.
Fucking point!
Fuck your pregnancy.
Tell me where Abby is. Where the fuck is she?
Hey, the blood disappeared. Pretty sure kids aren't any harder to dissolve than an adult. There's just, you know, less mass to actually dissolve. So, like, dissolving one kid may be roughly equivalent to dissolving, or sorry, two kids be like roughly equivalent to dissolving one adult.
It's all right.
More, maybe 0.7, like 0.7 of an adult. 3/5 of an adult. 7/10 of an adult. Oh my goodness. What a kitty. What a good kitty. Why is it doing that? Could 100 gummies beat a gorilla? Maybe. He's pretty big. Very strong.
Come on.
Big, strong, handsome kitty. Oh, that's right.
Where's
Oh, that's a
everyone?
beautiful kitty
No guards?
paw.
They don't use this corner of the island.
Spaghetti.
Look, Lev's boat. We have to catch up to him. Do you know where he's going? To our house. That's where our mom will be. How far is it? Across the island. Shit. What about your people? We'll take back trails. They won't see us. Are you sure the wolves
Yeah,
are
Last of
attacking
Us
tonight?
2 is better than part 1 for sure.
Yeah, that's what my friend told me. They'll use this storm as a cover for the attack. Unless Isaac changes his mind.
Your leader, Isaac. What does he want?
An end to the fighting.
But at what cost?
At this point, any cost.
Up here.
Prakash Kumar Gupta donates Richard, I tried calling you last night at 8 p.m. Some details about the recliner you bought from Leon's. Please call us back. Pixar's finally making interesting plot twists.
Just chasing adventure. Then I met her.
Before this get any deeper, there's something I need to tell you.
Lady boy. When I
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for the donation, Prakash.
The fastest way.
Joel killed Abby's father, that's why Abby wanted to kill Joel.
Grabbing supplies, just in case.
Fuck. You know them?
I've seen them around.
I'm sorry about your friends.
It is what it is.
Abby, why are you helping us?
Lev asked me the same thing. I guess you don't deserve this. But also, I needed to. I had to.
Oh no.
What is that?
It's our warning signal. Your people are here. And the whole island is on alert now. We need to hurry.
God damn it, Isaac.
We'll cut through the logging camp.
Follow me. How many people live here?
Around 1,000.
How many soldiers?
Half of us are trained in combat.
What are the other half gonna do when my people get here?
Some will hide. Most will fight. Okay.
Where is everyone?
All fighting. May her light guide us through the storm.
Joel is not as fun of a character to play as. You're just fucking stupid, dumbass.
Get down.
Get them to the shelter! Go!
Too bad you can't shoot the kids in the cart.
This is bad.
How do we get through this?
The gate will be locked. The lumber mill. The big building on the right with the torches.
That gets us out of here?
Yeah, we can cut through it.
Perfect. Come on.
Close the gates. Seal off the camp.
Abby did not have a more powerful weapons loadout compared to Ellie.
Clear your mind. This is going to be a long night. Remember, only through fear can we find our true strength. I'm not ready.
Oh. 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 What the hell?
Get down!
He's down!
Shit. Ah. She was reloading! It hit scanned me when she was fucking reloading. I saw it. The game cheats. I can't fucking believe that. The game literally fucking cheats. Fucking bitch. You saw that. You all saw that. The game cheated.
I think that's it. Yeah. You alright?
Yeah, dude, that game full on cheated.
Just a little bit.
I ain't tripping. Cheater, cheater, spaghetti eater. Yeah, the shooting in Just Cause is not very good. It's not really built to be that kind of game. How did he get cut in half? I literally can't remember using explosive. What happened? How did he... Did I use an explosive? That's weird. I cannot remember using an explosive. Oh, those are arrows floating in the air. I'll take those. Probably good special arrows since they can float. How does that one-armed Asian girl look like fucking Ellie? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you fucking retarded? Oh, look, a Chinese with one arm. Is that Ellie? Is Ellie Chinese? Why does she have one arm? Wait, do I have full ammo for that? La 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 la.
Holy shit.
May she protect us.
Isaac, what are you doing? always coming.
This is a gift. You're a mark. Diana!
Peep, 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 peep. I don't understand. How did that guy drop a gun and it has no ammo? He was gonna pull out a gun that has no ammo? Like, the loot drops make no fucking sense.
Get your supplies and let's go. Okay. Ready? Yeah.
When campers bury their poop in the woods, do they give a eulogy? Well, I do. Why will doctors give TRT to 15-year-old girls but not a man with low test? Because doctors are fucking retards, and there's a weird cultural stigma around testosterone, but if it's for, like, gender replacement, it's gay, so, like, it's cool to be gay. So, doctor will give you the gay drug. But if you just want to be, like, bigger, stronger, faster, feel better, more productive, you know, all that. I don't know if that's safe. I don't know, I just gave this to a 15-year-old girl who, like, thinks she's a boy because,
Our village is just
she
on the
likes
other side of the farmlands.
Spider-Man. I don't know if I should give this to you, though. It's a little dangerous. It's fucking retarded. Dude, like... Can't even. Fuck. That went through his head. Fuck right off. That went through his head, too. This is some of the most insane shit I think I've ever seen in my life. It's going through them. The game's like cheating so you don't, pee-pee poo-poo. That's fucking nuts. That is remarkably annoying. Huh. Does that always... It seems like there's a limit to the trajectory. Weird. Jesus. Yeah, it has a finite trajectory.
The runaway's here.
Oh, what the hell?
You'll pay for They ran in the grass.
What a dumb bitch. What? How? I shot them in the head. The fuck? Three headshots. That's impressive.
That was rough. Let's get to the village.
It's like more arrows here that I can't pick up. Why is it underneath the barrel? They're literally glowing. Oh, there we go. Just had to cheese it a little.
It's here. Come on. How's the arm?
Even if Christianity wasn't true, we know something is out there, a creator. Uh-oh, retard alert. I have an imaginary friend somewhere, even if it isn't Jesus. Maybe his name's Fred, and Fred loves me. Durr. Fucking idiot. It's like the gayest fucking horse shit to believe in. STX $20. If Larry girl would be my girl and she says in my face she would not be with me if I haven't had the money, I would literally instantly give her 24 hours to 48 hours to pack her things and done. Zero hesitation whatsoever. Even for Raja incident would be same. Yeah, dude, that is some fucking crazy shit to say to your partner. Especially after you made a big deal about not wanting to sign a prenup. Like, Holy fuck. Larry Wheels is such a fucking beta male cuck. Those are nice sheep. Oh my goodness.
Abby, help me.
Thanks for the donation though, STX. Oh, gum gum. Face reading is proven to be true. Yeah, if I see somebody's face and they're ugly. Yeah, they're ugly.
Oh, thank God. Did she do this? I just tried talking to her. I tried to make her understand. But she just kept yelling. She started chasing me. Trying to make her stop. It's just pushing her off of me.
Jesus died for our sins. Pretty sure he died because he annoyed the Romans. And he was too much of a pussy, weak-ass beta male to fight them off. Oh, oh my god.
It's gonna be okay, I promise.
Do you have tips for not caring about what other people think of me? I always worry about it when I meet someone. Yeah, just remember, they're all gonna die. None of them are worth shit. They're all, fucktards. So what do you give a shit if some, dumbass who's gonna die anyway thinks anything of you? You're dead, they're dead. Nobody'll fucking be around to give a shit anymore. So who gives a fuck?
What's happening? Wolves? All over the island. We'll be okay. She protects us. Shouldn't we head back for our boat? No. I hear fighting back there. I hear fighting everywhere. There are lots of boats in Haven. That's what I was thinking. We can cut through Old Town, avoid the main roads. How far's Haven? Not close, but it's our best chance. Just keep following us. Lead the way. Everyone's left to fight the wolves. Yeah.
Prophecy literally foretells that a servant will suffer, rejected, die for our sins, and rise again. Yeah, so does the Bible have anything about AI? Whether or not I should invest in OpenAI or if it'll go bankrupt? Let's talk about robots at all, because I kind of want to know where the robot thing's headed.
How's your arm? Arm's fine.
None of that shit? Weird. It's almost as if some fucking retard who was prone to hallucination made up a bunch of horseshit that still hasn't happened yet. Weird. Thousands of years later.
She guides us. That's down the street. Get inside, quickly.
STX $20, make sure to check out Brett Cooper Piers Morgan interview. There's 30 minutes. Blushing, glazing, information shared from her about Clav. She literally cucked her husband. Men, even this traditional conservative woman, are same shit, faking decency. Single for the win. Oh, dude, the conservative chicks are the worst. They're all fantasizing about getting fucked by, like, black dicks, getting pissed on. Like, dude, it's all a cope for, like, whatever shame they have. So, yeah, they're even worse, dude.
We can't help them.
Thanks for the donation, though, STX. I'll be sure to watch that.
Okay. Oh, God. We need to get off the street. Left. Abby. This way. Can we get away from these guys? Yeah, we're going a different way. The alley across the street. Go.
Believing in God is dumber than believing in the Force.
Abby, we need your help. Come on.
Are the wolves still nearby?
I don't know. Just keep going.
Yara.
This way.
Got one!
Yara!
Abby?
Yara! Yara, get up! Yara, please!
We need to move.
Come on! I can't leave her here! Stay back! Drop it! Now!
Oh, shit.
It's Abby! Stay back!
Stand down.
Isaac.
What the hell are you doing?
I need you to hear me out.
What's that behind you?
He saved my life.
Move out of the way. We'll deal with you back home.
He's not one of them, please.
Abby, move.
God damn it, he's just a kid!
You have 3 seconds to get away from that scar. 1.
You really gonna shoot me?
2.
I'm not fucking moving.
No!
What the fuck?
Look, we need to move. She's gone. Oh my god, she's gone. Come on. Those were your fucking people. Hey, you're my people.
Yeah, Lee. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Grab what you can.
I have everything I need.
Fucking bitch. How do you enter listen mode? I don't even remember how you do that. I don't know if there is a listen mode. In the difficulty I'm using. Yeah.
Abby! Found her! Down there! Shit!
Fuck. Ah.
Don't let them escape.
You still with me? Let's get to the exit. Hold on a sec.
I'll keep eyes.
Cover me.
Yeah.
I got it. Go.
Okay.
Abby, you killed those boys.
I think that will be a good spot to, spaghetti. But I should be on tomorrow, so I'll see you all then. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow.